One peaceful night, young Ellie lay in bed, listening to the gentle hum of crickets outside her window. She loved bedtime stories and always asked her grandma for the most magical tales. But tonight her grandma smiled and said, "Ellie, this story will find you tonight. Just close your eyes." Ellie closed her eyes, and when she opened them again, she was no longer in her room. Instead, she stood in the middle of a vast garden, bathed in silver moonlight. The air shimmered, and to her surprise, everything seemed alive. The flowers whispered, the trees swayed with a rhythm, and even the stones seemed to hum a quiet tune. "Hello," Ellie called, her voice echoing softly. A bright sunflower leaned toward her and said, "Welcome to the Midnight Garden, Ellie. We've been waiting for you." Ellie gasped. "Wait, you can talk?" The sunflower chuckled. "Everything talks here. You just have to listen." As Ellie wandered through the garden, every plant, tree, and even the small pond had something to say. The daisies giggled as the breeze tickled their petals. The oak tree shared stories about centuries of starlight it had witnessed. The pond spoke in ripples, reflecting the magic of the garden in its depths. But soon Ellie noticed something strange. A section of the garden was shrouded in shadow, and the plants there whispered in hushed tones. "The moonstone," they said. "It's missing, and the garden's magic is fading." Curious and brave, Ellie decided to help. She approached a shy rosebush near the edge of the shadowy area. "Do you know where the moonstone is?" she asked gently. The rose shivered. "It was taken to the hollow tree by the wind spirits. They didn't mean harm, but without the moonstone the garden cannot glow." Ellie set off toward the hollow tree, guided by a glowing firefly who introduced himself as Lumi. "I'll show you the way, Ellie," Lumi said, zipping around her. The journey wasn't easy. The Midnight Garden had puzzles to solve. Ellie had to listen to the chatter of the leaves to find a hidden bridge and follow the song of the stars to uncover a secret path. Along the way, she learned the language of the garden, understanding its harmony and life. Finally, Ellie reached the hollow tree, a towering presence that stood under a canopy of sparkling constellations. Inside, the moonstone lay glowing faintly. Ellie picked it up carefully, feeling its warmth spread through her hands. As she carried it back to the garden's heart, the Midnight Garden came alive in ways Ellie couldn't have imagined. Colors burst to life, the air was filled with music, and the whispers turned into joyful songs. Ellie placed the moonstone back on its pedestal, and the garden glowed brighter than ever. The sunflower leaned down again. "Thank you, Ellie. You've restored our voice and our magic." Before Ellie could reply, a gentle wind wrapped around her, carrying her back to her bed. She opened her eyes to see her grandma smiling by her side. "Did you enjoy the story?"